Once upon a time last year, two future Hall of Famers went at it one on one. Of course, Trent Williams and Myles Garrett. Let's look at some of the plays from that matchup. All right, first play here. 49ers running their patented wide zone. Ball is looking to come in this area, right? Trent Williams, of course, over here on your right side going against Myles Garrett, number 95 there, of course. And Trent Williams initially does a really nice job on this play. Gets proper hat placement, right? Inside leverage, the hat, strong arm on the inside, on the back of the shoulder, pushing Garrett out this way because, again, we want the ball probably to hit right here in this bubble, okay? And this just goes to show the strength that Myles Garrett plays with, okay? Again, Trent Williams in perfect position, big, strong, powerful body, his hips facing the sideline, washing Myles Garrett down. But Myles Garrett's big, strong base right there gets super low, super strong with that inside hand, is able to just shed Trent Williams like he's nothing right here and get in on the tackle. And probably got credited with an assist on the tackle there. So again, first play starting off strong, showcasing the strength that Myles Garrett plays with. Next play here, this is going to be a play action screen pass over to the left side. And the way, as you can see, Myles Garrett just throws Trent Williams, out of the way here you don't see anybody do Trent Williams like this. The strength that Myles Garrett plays with is insane. And again, this is a screen pass to Myles Garrett's side, so getting beat here is not the worst thing to happen, even though this thing goes for pretty much no gain. But again, like Trent Williams kind of jump setting this thing, getting right after Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's having none of it. Get off of me, swim over the top, and is right there in the mix of things at the end. Next play here, this is actually a play that was dead and didn't count towards the game because there was a false start. But the false start, in my opinion, didn't affect Trent Williams or Myles Garrett on this play because, they didn't know it wasn't them, their side, that had the penalty. So, again, Myles Garrett, check out Trent Williams firing out of his set and is still unable to get to the spot that he needs to get to in order to, have an effective plan against Myles Garrett on this play. You'd like to see Trent Williams crotch split the leg. Okay, so you'd like to see, let me pause it here. Trent Williams' crotch to split the inside leg. So like right here, you want Williams' crotch to, okay, well, we're going to redo this one. And this next play here actually didn't end up counting because there was a false start on the other side of the line, but it does not affect, the play here from Trent Williams or Myles Garrett, so I included it in this. But this just goes to show the insane get off that Myles Garrett has because watch Trent Williams. He's going to fire out of his stance and just, he's one of the best when it comes to footwork at the left tackle position ever. And he's still not able to get to his spot in time to, be effective at least to the level that he wants to be against Garrett here. So, as an offensive lineman, your aiming point is your crotch down the middle of the inside leg of your defender. And you can see here, Myles Garrett outside leg already outside of Trent Williams' outside leg, and that's not good, okay? But on the other hand here, check out the position that Trent Williams is in. The fact that he is able to recover from this position here to at least somewhat get into an anchor down position to stop Myles Garrett just enough from getting to the quarterback, is just insane, and it just speaks to the level of athletic freak that this guy is. Right here, any other offensive tackle in the league, if Myles Garrett gets you into this position, you're probably going to end up on your back, right? And the fact that he can go from this to this position, a power position, is just really, really freakish. But again, the play was blown dead there at the end, so who knows if Garrett would have got to the quarterback or not because, again, it was blown dead because of that false start. Next play here, just a quick pass. This is a good example of what I was talking about earlier about Trent Williams getting to his spot. Watch the positioning here. Fires out of his stance, and boom. Check out his crotch, okay? His crotch is splitting the inside leg of his defender. Perfect aiming points there for Trent Williams. Nice strike. Myles Garrett did have a beat on Trent Williams' hands this game. He kind of does knock him off. But again, because he's in that, Trent Williams got to a spot and is in that power position, right? He's able to reset really, really quickly and get back into it in case he needed to. But again, the ball was out pretty quick. Next play here, again, a little bit of wide zone action. This is a really nice job by Trent Williams, doing just enough to make sure that Myles Garrett can't make the play on this run from Christian McCaffrey here. So again, good wide step, good wide first step, zone footwork, good strike, hat on hat. If he can't get it outside, get it head up with him, right? Strong outside arm. Check out his outside arm on the back of the shoulder, of the outside shoulder of Myles Garrett. Turns him, torques his body, turns Garrett inside just enough right there. That's the position you want if you're Trent Williams. Trent Williams, your head on the outside of that defender of Myles Garrett. Again, holds it just long enough to make sure he can't make a play on the ball carrier. I really like this next rep here from Trent Williams. Watch the quick jump set and getting his hands on Myles Garrett early. Jump set hands before Myles Garrett is barely even out of his stance. Garrett does slip a little bit at the snap, but still the quick hands negates pretty much anything that Myles Garrett can do right away. Jump set, hands on him, nothing else Garrett can do. Roll out, ball's out of there, completion. Really nice job there from Trent Williams on this rep. And this next rep here is some nasty, nasty stuff from Myles Garrett, and it really highlights the little details that a lot of people miss when it comes to offensive line and defensive line play. Now, again, Trent Williams firing out of his stance gets to his spot perfectly, but what happens when Myles Garrett fakes that Euro step or does a Euro step and fakes that inside move? It gets Trent Williams to stop his feet, hesitate just a little bit, right? There's an inside move. You go slow mo from the start. Inside move, hesitate feet, and now he's behind a little bit. And what does that do? That allows Myles Garrett to shorten that corner, shortening the path that he has to the quarterback. Now, this ball was out just in time because if this was held on, a second later, this could be a sack fumble. But again, really nice job here from Myles Garrett. Euro step gets Trent Williams to stop his feet, and he makes that corner shorter to the quarterback. But again, even though I would count this rep as a loss for Trent Williams, it's just insane his ability to recover, from biting on this inside move and keep his hips square and just maintain hands on the defender. Just a really, really nice job. I don't even know. This is a hard one to call win or loss for either one of these guys because this is just such high level play from both guys here on this rep. Next rep here, this is a nice job by Trent Williams. Initially, hands are a little outside, but you can see Williams immediately replace them as Myles Garrett starts the hand fighting process. So, hands outside, replaces them inside as best as he can. I believe that inside hand there, he gets replaced inside and eventually gets some help from his buddy. But this ball would have been out in time anyway. So, another good rep here against Myles Garrett. Um, by Trent Williams. And these two are just going at it play after play after play. Really fun to watch. Next play here, this is an inside run. Myles Garrett up here, right here. Trent Williams right here. Both down, hand in the dirt. This is where it gets nasty here, okay? Check out Trent Williams' feet. He's going to foot fire, stay square, get his hands on Garrett, but it just doesn't matter, man. Myles Garrett is too good. Watch him turn that shoulder, slip around the corner, and get in on this tackle on Christian McCaffrey. I mean, this is just insane to watch in real time. Hall of Famer versus Hall of Famer. I mean, you cannot ask for better footwork here from Trent. 1-2, foot in the ground, hands on, okay? And then Myles Garrett is still able to just turn the shoulder, rip through, make the tackle on the ball carrier. Next level stuff. Next play here, this is some elite hand fighting going on between these two. See, Myles Garrett goes for the chop and the rip, but Trent Williams again just so good with it, man. Looks like Myles Garrett maybe wanted the cross chop. He does end up timing the hand perfectly, slaps the hand off Trent Williams, but it doesn't matter. Trent Williams so good, immediately replaces it. One hand on the chest plate, one hand on the back. Run him upfield as best as you can. Quarterback has enough time to get that ball out. He kind of had a little bit of a wonky throw there from Brock Purdy, but again, watch the timing on Garrett's hands here to slap this hand down, chop this hand down of Trent Williams, right there, just perfect timing. But gosh, I mean, Trent Williams able to get that thing replaced immediately. It's just insane. Next play here again, Trent Williams just replacing the hands. Myles Garrett, like he had all game, like I said earlier, had a good feel for the timing of Trent Williams when he was going to shoot his hands. And you can see it's no different here. Hits Trent with the double hand swipe right there, times it perfectly. But again, Williams able to stay just somehow he's able to stay square on his feet from this position. Okay. He just got his hands swiped off by Myles freaking Garrett. He's all kinds of all over the place in terms of his body position right now, and yet he is still able to recover. Watch his feet right here. When your feet get crossed up like that, and you're a giant of a human being getting, assaulted by another giant of a human being, and you're still able to make it back to this position, a football power position with leverage with two hands on. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on, man. Next play here, beautiful bull rush from Myles Garrett. The oldest term in the football book, low man wins, right? And you see that right here. Look how low Myles Garrett gets for this bull rush. Hands, face mask in the chest, straight pushes Trent Williams back out of the pocket. Purdy had pressure coming from the other side, so he rolled out of there anyway. But if he were to stay in that pocket, I mean, this, probably would have ended up being a sack. Just shows how powerful Myles Garrett is to be able to just walk Trent Williams back like this. No other guy does this to Trent Williams. Here we go again, another Myles Garrett bull rush, but this time Trent is able to replace the hands and sit down and anchor a little bit. Initially punches wide, as we see here, punches wide, and Myles has the inside hand leverage. But again, as the rep goes on, look at that left hand. It's getting replaced back underneath the elbow into the chest of Myles Garrett. And he's able to anchor down here and let his quarterback get this ball off. He did have some pressure, Purdy, from that right side, so it kind of caused him to drift over to the left a little bit in this pocket, which is why this thing comes close at the end. But this is a really nice job from Trent Williams here on this play. Next play here, Myles Garrett beating Trent Williams to the spot to turn that short corner once again. And I mean, again, like Trent fires out of his stance, right? He's trying, man. But Myles Garrett and that wide nine technique all the way out here, it's just trouble for anybody. I mean, it just is. I mean, Trent Williams, you see him turn his shoulders immediately, which is a big no no as an offensive tackle because you give up the path inside to the quarterback, which is considered the quickest. Now, it doesn't matter here because, again, Myles Garrett wins around the edge, beats Trent Williams to the spot. Again, Myles Garrett's inside leg is outside of Trent Williams' outside leg, and that's never good. Again, that shortens the path to the quarterback. Now, like if you're Purdy, this is a quick three-step drop, and the ball's out of there pretty quickly. But if he's a little bit deeper in this pocket, this could have got ugly. And this is a really short pocket here. The ball is snapped on the line there. Purdy's only 5, 6, maybe 6.5 yards deep. If this is anything deeper, could have been a sack fumble. Again, same thing we saw earlier on this next rep. The Euro step gets Trent Williams to stop his feet. He's in a good position, but then that Euro step threatens the inside and he stops his feet, shortening the corner. Myles Garrett turns it, gets to the quarterback, and actually gets a hit on the quarterback this time. This is probably his best rush all game versus Trent Williams. And I mean, just the level of play here. And to go along with the Euro step, check out the timing once again on the hands. Boom, he just had a beat on Trent Williams' hands this game. Trent shoots his hands. Myles Garrett's there to knock him down. The chop, rip, hit the quarterback. This next play here is a good example of, what I'm talking about earlier with getting to your spot and not oversetting his crotch, splitting the inside leg of Myles Garrett here. And why do they do that? Why do they teach that? Well, it's for inside moves when guys do something like this because you're in a position to where you can post step back inside really quickly and stop that rusher from that inside move getting to your quarterback. Really nice job there here on this rep from Trent Williams to a spot perfectly, patient with his hands, strikes, notices the spin move inside. That's okay. Post step inside, reset my hands, stay square, win the rep. And then this next play here is an example of Trent Williams doing better against that Euro step, right? He's not going to stop his feet. He's not going to stop his feet in a dramatic fashion like he did those prior two reps that I showed you. So here we go. Euro step from Myles Garrett. That's okay. This time we're patient with our hands and patient in our set. We're setting. See, our shoulders are much more square now to protect that inside move, right? We're not turning our shoulders right after the snap. We're square, we're square, we're square. Euro step. Okay, let me post inside real quick. Not happening. He's coming back outside. Let me reset my feet. Get there. Now strike. Replace the hands inside. Ball is gone. Okay, that's a really nice job this time of Trent Williams countering a move that Myles Garrett has beat him with twice already this game. All right, next up here, guess what happens again? Myles Garrett at that wide 9 once again. And this is nasty too, man. The Euro step, which is fine, right? Trent Williams is in a position to protect it. But that's not the nasty part of this. Check out the ghost move right here. Boom, the shoulder dip. Are you kidding me, man? Look at that. Look at the position that Myles Garrett puts his body in. I mean, my goodness, completely makes Trent Williams whiff on the first or the blunt of his strike, the most powerful part of his strike. Doesn't really catch him with it until the end. So you can see right there, Trent Williams kind of misses at first and catches him with the end of the strike, which takes a lot of the power out of it and still allows Myles Garrett to turn this corner right here and again get a hit on Purdy here towards the end of the game. And that is going to be the final play of this video, man. What a matchup between two Hall of Famers. I don't think, anybody has gotten the best of Trent Williams like Myles Garrett did this game. It was a really, really fun matchup to watch. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.